or make it funny.
This is not a show and might not even be a connection. Here's Judah and guest.
It's not a show, it's not even a connection. My name is Judah, and I'm here with my cousin, my close cousin from
Alabama.
you're from LA. But would you say you're from LA, or would you say you're from like the outskirts of LA? Because I put LA superstar cousin Christian.
I'll take it. I'll take it. That sounds good to me.
Yeah, so you
that
guys have
sounds
always
good.
been like the cousins from California, man.
Cousins.
And how do you feel about being the cousin from California? Like, you and your brothers have always been thought of as like they're kind of like movie stars.
It's always been too much, to be honest, because like when you go to like church with grandmother or something,
Yeah.
you know, back in the day, it's
Yeah.
always, oh, they're from California, and it's like, it's just another state. It's nothing special.
It's not just another state. Being from LA is a little different, don't you think?
It's different. It's a different pace of life for sure. But I mean, at the end of the day, you know, we're still, working to make a living.
When you work hard. You're
Yeah,
one of the
you
know
have
you
to.
as one of the hardest working McNeils in the family. Yeah, for
Right
sure.
next to you.
No,
Right next
no, not even close.
Come
They call me the laziest working McNeil in the family.
What is he doing?
What
I
does
don't
what does
know.
he do anyways? Like something online? He sits around, comes down every now and then.
I never thought that.
Oh,
I was always impressed. I was always impressed.
Well-
I never chimed in on any of those conversations.
So living near Hollywood, did you ever have an opportunity to be on a movie or anything like that?
A movie. Not a movie, but where we bought our wedding rings from.
Yeah.
I got a call from Dominique, is the jeweler, the lady
Okay.
that sold us the rings, and she and we were just getting married. I just had purchased the rings, and so money's tight. We have a new house that I was working on. It was a rented place, so I was
Okay.
like getting ready to paint it and everything. And I get this call. I think I missed like the first, 2 missed calls, and then finally I picked up. I'm like, who is this? I'm trying to like paint or do
Yeah.
whatever. And she's like, it's me, Dominique. We want you to come by the store. They're gonna film some kind of commercial or something about my place, and I thought of you and Julia. Julia's my wife.
Okay.
To come to the store that day.
Yeah.
It had to be in like the next hour or so. And I was just like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I don't have
Really?
time.
Why?
Yeah, because the way she made it sound like it was gonna be some cheap commercial for her store.
And you didn't want
And
to
I
help
did-
her out?
Well, I did want to help her out, but it was a long ways away.
Okay,
And I was
okay.
really busy, and I'm thinking about getting married and getting this house
Yeah,
done for my
yeah.
wife, so she
had a lot to do.
Yeah, it was only
Yeah.
like a week left until we were, gonna say I do and go live at this place for the first night.
Okay.
So I was, that was what's on my mind, and,
Yeah.
and then I kind of asked her, I said, is there any money involved, whatever. She said, oh, maybe $100, $200. And I'm thinking, oh, is it really worth the time? So anyway,
Yeah.
long story short, I didn't go. And then she calls me back like a week later. We had to go get the rings fitted. So we went back to the jeweler,
Yeah.
and there's a huge production going on. And where we're from, like they have the helpful Honda folks.
Okay. Helpful
that-
Honda?
Yeah, helpful Honda folks. So Honda will come and do nice things for people and pay for certain things or whatever. Well, in this case, they wanted to buy the
Jewelry?
the rings for a newlywed
Okay.
couple.
And who was the newlywed couple?
It would have been us. So they had chose somebody else by that time.
Oh,
we were in
they
there.
would have
So
given
that
you
was
the free rings?
I would have gotten a free ring.
Oh,
Well, 2
no.
free rings because I bought mine there too, and they said they would have gotten mine there too. So when I walked in to get my rings fitted, there was a whole production going on. And then the other couple was like they're doing
You
their
couldn't
makeup
go in and be
everything.
like, "Hey, I thought it was today."
Yeah, I know.
I thought it was today.
I know. I tried, trust me. I was like out there pleading, like, no.
You missed
So that
your
was
chance.
my one. That was that shit.
Oh,
I hate telling
man.
that story because that's just the worst. But
They say in Hollywood, right? You got to jump on every
you
opportunity.
gotta do it. You gotta do
But
it.
you don't want to be a Hollywood guy, right?
No, I don't know. No, that's not in the cards.
So tell me all the jobs you have. You own your own business as far as valet parking business, right?
Valet parking business.
You also are like a foreman or something like that. How do you
Superintendent, construction superintendent for
Okay.
general contractors. So we do all public works. We do schools, police, fire stations,
Nice.
government money jobs.
Okay.
And we have a couple jobs like at Air Force bases and whatnot. We've done some stuff in McAllen, Texas, with some of the border restraining areas they have there, like holding areas that they have at the border.
Okay.
We built a couple of those.
What would you do? What do you build there? You just like build the place where they restrain them? They
Yeah,
live
yeah,
in?
correct,
Oh.
correct. I wasn't a part of that project. I was
Okay.
just my company was involved with that.
Yeah.
So
How much is like one of the? So is it just a lot more expensive in LA area to build stuff, or is it just the same as anywhere else? Like
I think for
big city,
government jobs, our work is like a lot of prevailing wage stuff. So
what does that mean?
as much as the union workers and the workers being guaranteed a certain amount and hours and things like that. So that comes into play with the jobs we have, which
that
increases.
eats up the
Correct. It's a lot of
budget.
labor and exactly. So
Okay.
it's mostly design bid build jobs. The job I'm on right now is a design build where we hired the architect and design the building with the school district and kind of what they like and needed and wanted, which is a little different than design bid build where the architect works for the owner, in this case the school district. So any mistakes on their end can kind of fall back on the owner as a change order or whatever.
So this will all fall back on you guys?
Most of it does, yeah, unless there's unforeseen conditions that.
Like what would an unforeseen condition be? Just like
One example is on the project I'm on now. It's a kind of a blanket contract for 5 different buildings at different sites under one contract. So at another one of the sites, they found like an existing underground tank full of fuel. So that was the delay, and that's going to be falling back on the owner as an unforeseen condition on their project site.
Have you ever
So-
had one of those like sites where you get on there, you start working on it, and it's like you find out it's like an Indian burial
Oh, yeah, they have
ground
that.
or something like that?
We have to have the soils guy on site all the time when we're doing earthwork and all that. So I'll ask, those guys. That's all they do is deal in the dirt. So they tell stories about that, especially out in California, like everywhere in this country actually. But there's
But they're aren't they particularly sensitive about that stuff in California?
Oh yeah, they shut your
Aren't
project
there, like,
down.
There's like more
Yeah.
rules and regulations, right?
Oh yeah. I would assume I haven't done a
That's
job
right.
here, so,
Yeah, that's
but I would assume that's generally the direction we're pretty more stringent in most stuff.
And now LA is shut down again. Is that what you're telling me?
That's what I'm hearing.
the
I've
COVID
been-
has shut it down.
Yeah, as you know, I've been gone for over a week now. So since in that week, I know a lot's happened, and just talking to the restaurant we would do the valet parking at, they have to be outside only, and I know that he said that other restaurants are putting tables in the parking lot. I guess you can't dine indoors. That's the word I'm getting. So
Yeah.
it is changing.
That
quick.
that's how it is. And I just came from Illinois. That's how they weren't even letting people. They just started, about a couple weeks ago, letting people do outdoor stuff.
Yeah.
But so they're back to that. Luckily, here in North Carolina, we're allowed to go into the restaurants without
Mhm.
having any problem. I think they still they take out tables or something. But
It's nice to see that though.
yeah, it feels
level-headed.
good, right?
Yeah.
It feels good.
Yeah, because I'm not knocking COVID-19 at all, but if we can wear a mask and a face shield and everybody's okay around us, why couldn't we just do that before?
Yeah.
The common sense isn't there.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't think. So.
I think they're just trying to double up on the safety, but it doesn't make any sense to social distance if you are basically social distancing with a mask and a
Right.
face. I haven't seen very many people. I see some people with face shields, just face shields. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, that, like all that protects you from is if somebody like, if a lot of people are going around sneezing in people's face.
Yeah, just the direct spitting.
Yeah,
into
if
the
somebody's
face.
spitting, you
Yeah.
know, is very.
That's it.
That's very. What do they say? Don't say it, don't spray it.
Mhm.
If there's a lot of sprayers, then yeah, you might want a face shield. But
I guess that's what they wanted in the restaurants. They wanted the waiters to wear a mask and a face shield in California anyway. I guess when people are ordering, they're turning and they're spitting on you. I don't know. I don't know how
I
that
think there's
works.
worse things than COVID. Wouldn't
Yeah.
you? Like in LA, I'd be worried about getting other
I would be worried
things.
about just like Botox just getting me. Just walking around getting Botox.
Botox leaking out on you.
Botox. Keep,
Oh mercy.
keep it to yourself.
Well, have you been having a good time? You said you've enjoying the freedom of being in North Carolina. What have you been up to while you've been here?
Just hanging out with the family. Got 2 kids, as you know. A 2-year-old and a almost 4-month-old.
Mm-hmm.
2 boys. So, hanging out with them.
But then you got out. You got
Definitely.
out a little bit this morning, right?
Got out a little bit this morning. Got in the Bogue Sound in Morehead City. Saw some. It was a beautiful morning. It was glass. The sun was coming up. The moon was out. Full moon. So either side is just. Yeah, it was amazing.
Kind of mystic morning.
It was a mystic morning.
Because it's been a full moon for the last week. Well, I guess it's not a full moon anymore, but
Yeah.
it's like 75% or something.
Yeah, it looked full today.
Really?
Unless I was missing something. It looked pretty full. It looked pretty full this morning.
Okay.
But yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah.
And did you see anything interesting?
Yeah,
out
I did.
there?
I saw. We had a bunch of skate out there. I think that's what you guys call them, right? And we had
What do you call them?
Yeah, a skate is. It's not a stingray.
It's a big stingray.
It's yeah. It looks like a stingray, but I don't think it is a stingray technically, right?
I don't
And
know.
it doesn't look the same to me. It looks different.
Okay.
I did step on one this morning too. I forgot to tell you, but yeah, it didn't sting me or anything. It just took off.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because that's what I mean. Growing up, that's what that was the biggest fear, other than getting cut by seashell or oyster shells.
yeah.
The big fear was that we were gonna step on a stingray and it was gonna, put its. They even would show us the little needle that goes
The
into
barb or
it,
whatever.
barbs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it eventually killed. What's his name? Irwin.
Irwin,
What's
got
his
it.
name? Yeah.
Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
I heard some comedian said, who was it? I can't remember. He wasn't making light of the situation, but he's like, sometimes I think about, Stingray's still out there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They live like what 30, 40 years or something. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. I think it's something like that.
Do they really live a long
I
time?
think they do. I know great whites do, so I don't know. I think they do.
So, and then speaking of great whites, what else did you see out there?
I saw a shark this morning, and as you and I were talking about earlier, my dad, when we were little and we used to swim back there, I'd always be scared of sharks. Oh, there's no sharks back here, he'd say.
Yeah.
It's like, what, you're putting a net on either side of the sound, making sure no sharks get back in here. It's like, oh, they don't like it back here. There's a perfect place for a shark back here. It's got food.
But see, the difference is, though, is that the Bogue is brackish water. It's a mixture of, like, fresh water and, what is it called? Salt water.
Mm-hmm.
What is it called? Salt water.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't think
I would
they
think
like
it's mostly
brackish
salt water, though, just from all the saltwater life I'm
Coming
seeing back there.
through, yeah.
This morning there's a big sheep's head I also saw.
Ah.
So just and there's tons of
You saw a
shrimp.
lot of stuff out there this
Yeah,
morning.
it's just the life back there. It's just amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Going back there at night too, and we do the gigging
Yeah,
and the
we
light
gotta go gigging
and all the wildlife you see back there and crabs and everything. It's just amazing.
So gigging for the uninitiated. I'm losing
We're
my
mic trouble
mic.
here.
technical
It's a nice mic,
difficulties.
but it's just got a little difficulty right now.
Oh man, totally
You
fell
just
off.
hold it.
Edit this out. Just hold it. My lap.
Just put it in your lap.
All right.
Get my kid to hold it over top of us.
Cooper,
Then
come on.
Then we can really feel like
It's too
we're
heavy.
doing something.
Yeah.
Well, can you
Put it
just
like
put it
this.
back on there? No.
Yeah.
It's just gonna take a little time. You should have like an intermission screen that comes up right now.
Oh yeah, maybe I do. Do I have an
Right
intermission?
back.
No, I don't. Oh, that'd be a good thing to get. Make.
If I know anybody who can make it, that's you.
No. Apparently, Julia can make it.
Yeah. Yeah, she's at it.
Julia, you made stuff like that?
She's gone.
Oh. Nothing?
She's leaving.
Alright. Let's get this on. What do you think? How do you think it's going so far?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I enjoy it.
Should we talk about something else?
Yeah,
What do you wanna talk
I think
about?
it's going good. I think it's going good. We can probably talk about Kanye.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know?
let's talk about that. Alright.
We can talk about him.
Alright, so. Alright, got the mics situated. So last time I was out in LA, I visited you. What are you doing? Is that your mask?
Yeah, we're sitting too close together. I just realized.
I've already had COVID. You can't get it from me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I found that out a little late.
You can't find that out too late or too early.
Yeah.
Anyways, so last time I was out there, we hung out. You guys, we had, got some what do we have? Sushi.
Sushi,
All
yeah.
you can eat sushi.
Yeah, that was good.
Really
Santa
good.
Monica.
In Santa Monica.
Yeah,
and while we were,
before the
bef-
disaster. Keep going.
what was the disaster?
Well, the rioting in Santa Monica.
Oh, did they destroy Santa
Yeah,
Monica?
they destroyed it. Those thugs.
So right there where we were, they broke
all
out
that,
windows
yeah,
and stuff?
all that place. They were going into like
Oh,
Nike
mercy.
and all those stores in there. I think, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
yeah. Santa
Okay.
Monica got it good.
But when we were walking down the street there, we saw
The van store.
the
They just-
Vans.
yeah, they went in there and destroyed the van
People
store.
still wear Vans?
I-
You wear Vans? Do you like Vans?
no, I don't. I wear flip flops, man.
They used to be the rage when I was
Yeah.
in high school.
Yeah.
But
They got
Yeah.
to. But keep going. I
Okay,
interrupted
sorry.
you.
We saw Kanye. Remember? We were walking down and you're like, that.
Oh yeah.
It was like a Ferrari or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
you're like,
yeah,
that
yeah.
that's Kanye
yeah,
in there.
Yeah,
I looked
yeah.
too late. I was like, huh?
Yeah,
And
I
you
do
know, I was
remember
gone.
that.
But so he's running for president now.
Kanye is running for president.
What do you think about that?
I
Are you gonna vote for him?
Well, you know, he liked Trump, right?
Yeah.
So, what's going on here? I
You
mean,
think- you
why
think-
is he gonna run against his buddy? Why doesn't he just wait until Trump's second term
Well,
and then?
there,
Keep the legacy going.
there was an article that came out not too long ago that's saying he was renouncing his support for Trump. That he was just
Oh, I
doing
didn't
it.
see that.
He was just doing it to sell merchandise. And then there was another article that just came out today that's saying this whole "I'm running for president" thing. Actually, legally, he can't actually run for president because he's got to have like, I don't know, it's too late or something. I mean, he can run, but I don't think he'll be on the ballots. Or I think it's
Okay.
too late to get on the ballot or something like that.
Okay.
So people can write him in, and in some states he'll probably be in there, but probably California, wherever he lives, he'll probably be in there. I don't know. But apparently it was just a big. Hey, Cooper! This is Cooper.
Yeah, there's Cooper. He's
Oh,
walking
he's
over
coming
there.
through. Coming through. Future star.
Future stuff.
What do you got there, Cooper?
You're gonna say hi? Say hi. Look, hey. Just
Yeah,
keep
he's
going.
just
Just keep walking. He listens good.
Keep
Keep
walking,
walking over
kid.
there. He listens so good.
You got him out
He
trained.
does. He does. Yep, talk. Go ahead. Do whatever you want. Good job.
But apparently it was just a publicity stunt to sell his merch or whatever.
So the Trump thing. When was that? I didn't even know. I should
No,
know.
I'm saying the new article I read was
Oh,
saying.
okay.
I mean, by the article I read, I mean like the headline I read was saying that he's just doing this recent one to sell stuff from his company or something.
Okay. All right. So it's not real.
Because remember he was standing there with what's his name, Elon Musk.
Mm-hmm.
Elon Musk is one of his, I think, is like a business partner or something, and so they were just
They're both smart guys.
yeah.
Love them or hate them. They make a lot of money, buttloads of it.
What is your feeling about Elon Musk though? Because I'm starting to get the feeling I've read some things saying that he is actually not as smart as everybody says. That he's just
Well, I think if you can do anything that he's done and accomplished with a team of people
yeah.
and like lead a team in that direction, whatever direction it is, whether it's selling cars or it's shooting stuff into space or actually accomplishing objectives by shooting stuff into space.
What kind of objective?
Just getting America back into the space race and stuff.
Okay, gotcha.
I think it takes a smart guy to do. I mean, you're not just gonna
Yeah,
just say, "Hey, I
think
want
so.
to get this done." And
Yeah, he's definitely like a man of means.
Mhm.
I just never heard the story about like how did he do all this stuff? You know.
I don't even really know, to be honest.
Okay, so I mean he's got to be smart.
You know.
He's got lots of money. I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I don't know.
I knew he like threw what was it, a metal ball at the window.
Oh, I did see
Yeah.
that the new Tesla truck.
Yeah.
And it broke.
And broke because I think 'cause they said it. I had the window wasn't all the way up. Had it been, that wouldn't have happened because having the window cracked
Yeah.
created that.
I don't remember the window being down.
Yeah, I think that's what I saw.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
because I heard other excuses like after they hit it with the
Yeah.
bat, or something. They hit it with something.
I think that was the final thing I heard on it was the window was there was some kind of it wasn't all the way up
Okay.
like it could have been, and so therefore you had that vibration that cracked it in it where if it would have been all the way up it would have been more firm to withstand that. That's what that was the
Maybe.
last thing I heard.
I mean, you're a car guy, right?
No.
You used to be when we were
Yeah,
kids.
I love cars. I love cars. Yeah, I like cars.
What?
A lot.
But nowadays, are you still? What do you
No,
think of the?
for me right now, spending my money elsewhere is a more wise decision, I
Like-
think, than buying something that nobody cares about
Okay, like
except yourself.
investing in like a house. and
Yeah,
stuff
something like that. Yeah. I'm not saying you can't do both.
Well, what do you think about the Tesla though? Do you think Tesla's cool?
We have the valet parking thing going on, so
Oh, yeah,
we
yeah.
get to park, and there's a lot of them.
You drive them all the
Uh-huh.
time?
No, we haven't got the truck or anything, but the SUV comes in, and the other two car models that they have are
What is it like driving them?
it's like driving an iPhone.
do
You
you
know,
mean?
it's like the technology and everything in the car. It's like you're driving an iPhone essentially.
Well, that's
the
kinda
way I
cool.
look at it.
Does it feel
Yeah,
cool to
it's,
be in
it's
it?
very space. Like space X.
Comfortable.
Yeah, It is comfortable and it's cool. It's sleek. There's not a lot going on in the center. You have everything clean and. It's a nice car. It's a hip car. It's a cool car. Would I buy one? Probably not. Pressing the gas
You
and
can't
letting
hear
go.
anything.
You decelerate really quick. It's just the way the car is with the battery. I like a, gas-powered car.
Right, because all the power comes from the axle turning and
Mhm.
turning, like putting energy into batteries.
Right, and if you're pulling up the car, it does a lot of cool things.
Mhm.
You're pulling up the car, you take your foot off the accelerator, you decelerate
Mhm.
really quickly. Just how the car is. I like a gas-powered car and driving. That's what I feel comfortable doing. But that's me personally. So, that's it.
I don't know if I think it kind of feels like a. I think I have driven one before. Actually, at my job, they told me
He owns one.
Actually own two. No, I had to pull it into. I was like the car wash guy. I'm actually the IT guy, and my boss was like, "Hey, can you? The other guy's not here." I'm like, "All right, fine." Yeah.
Wash the car.
Maybe earn some brownie points.
There you go. There you
And
go.
drive.
Yeah.
I got to drive a Tesla, so I drove it into. It was scary though, because I thought I was gonna wreck it or something. Yeah, I'm just a klutz. I could just imagine like, whew, got it in the right place. Open the door, pff, crack.
Yeah,
But no, it was
I'm gonna
fine.
hire you.
I did fine. But yeah, super quiet, and that is something I noticed that when you push it, it feels like a go kart. It feels like a go kart. Like it seems you like, and that irritates you, huh?
Yeah, I just don't.
I thought it was
I
kind
don't
of
like
cool.
I'm not saying that's what I'm saying.
It's
It's
just
a cool car.
different
I
courses
just-
for different
Yeah, I personally, if I had the money, I think I'd rather get a Mercedes over a BMW,
Yeah.
over a Tesla.
Really? That's
Uh-huh.
the.
Yeah, I think I like the Mercedes,
Okay.
man. There's some nice Mercedes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, if you have any Mercedes to get worked on, go to Crown Point in Morton Grove. If you're in the Chicagoland area, it's my job to promote them. We're actually sponsored by Crown Point, where we get your car back on the road.
And they do a great job too.
You know,
They do.
we do.
They do. Why is that funny? You guys don't do a great job.
We do a great job. We do. We do. I like. How do you know?
I've heard things.
Well, thanks for coming on with me, man.
No problem. Thanks for having me. I just want to
What's-
say the last thing with the eye, I have some kind of infection I got out here.
I don't think anybody even noticed.
I noticed.
Stop
It's right
lying,
there.
dude. That's where I hit you. Be honest.
He hit me. He said you better see Crown Point's good. Say it.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Maybe we'll do another one in a little bit, like tomorrow or tonight or something.